Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you.
Hello and welcome to our second Christmas tree of the year out of 6. Today we're doing a more traditional color. We're sticking with burgundy. For those that prefer more of a traditional color scheme, this is going to be right up your alley. Pretty much doing a copy-paste version of our burgundy tree last year. It was honestly one of my favorite trees ever. I just love that rich red color and I want to do it all over again. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a Ralph Lauren tree, but you be the judge. I, however, would say it's more of a traditional tree with a hint of elegance that Ralph Lauren has. But I hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started decorating. All right, so this is typically where we put the Christmas tree in this room. It is starting to get a little dark, so hopefully the light doesn't like mess up the video, but we are going to be unboxing this new tree. Yes, this is my third Grand Duchess tree. It is just simply the best Christmas tree there has ever been. I am so in love with it. I think it's worth every penny. This is the 28, by the way. Always make sure that you have the correct number. Unfortunately, because our ceilings are standard, we have to get the 7.5 tree. And if you want the full version of the Grand Duchess, always make sure that it says 28 in this corner. I just simply love and recommend this tree so much. We actually have the slim version of this, and I don't love it as much. It's great for the room that we have it, but I love the full version of the Grand Duchess. I'll have it linked down below, but let's bring in the rest of the decorations. All right, so here's everything that I'm planning to use this year for the red and burgundy tree. Let's do a rundown. All right, so starting with the picks, these are from Hobby Lobby. I have 58 in total. I added 22 this year. Love these so much. I decided to add this red garland throughout the tree. I have 3 of them from Marshall's. I have a vision, I just don't know if it's going to work out. So these are a maybe, but then I also have these bigger ones with dark and a little lighter burgundy color. I have 16 of these, which are from Hobby Lobby as well. These are also from Hobby Lobby. They're a red frosted color, and from these I have 22. The flowers are Hobby Lobby, and I have 16 of these. Really loved them last year, hoping to use again. These I've had for a couple years, but I'm thinking of adding them this year to give it a little bit more of a contrast. These are significantly brighter than the rest of the ornaments, as you can tell, but I have a feeling they could work out. I just don't know where these are from. To be honest, it's been too long. I have a couple birds here. These 2 are from that same year that I did the red and white theme. I believe these are from Michael's, but I'll try to link similar pieces. And then these are from At Home. I have 12 of those. These are also from At Home. Really loved them last year. I feel like it gave it a nice little contrast. My absolute favorite are these plaid ones. I'm so sad they don't have them this year, but these are from At Home as well. I'm thinking of adding these Santas, which I got from Walmart, but they're a maybe right now. And then the start of the show, I feel, are these felt burgundy ornaments. These are from Walmart from my Texas house. However, last year they came in a pack of 2, and this year I ended up finding the same ones, but in a pack of 3. That's what these look like. I'm going to try my best to link these as well, if they're still available. I have 4 packs of these burgundy round ornaments. These are like a medium to large size. By the way, these are from Walmart. And then these bells are currently a maybe. I'm not sure if it's going to work out with the tree, but I have 4 of these from my Texas house, also Walmart. And then these smaller ornaments are from Home Goods. I'm definitely going to be using the candlesticks that I loved last year, and you guys did as well. They're from Amazon. I got some floral wire for the ornaments. This is a lifesaver to put all of your ornaments on the tree. And then again, my favorite tree star topper from Target. I got this Christmas skirt this year from Home Goods. And then I also have these picks from Home Goods. I have a vision to use these on the tree, but again, I don't know. They're a maybe, so we'll see how that works out. Oh, and I almost forgot. I also have these bright red ornaments from that year that I did the red and white theme. But again, these are significantly brighter and I have enough ornaments, I feel. So maybe use them, maybe not. But yeah, time to put up the tree. By the way, if you don't use a smart plug for your Christmas tree, what are you doing? 100% recommend this, because you can turn your tree on and off from your phone or from the Alexa, which is amazing. I'm going to put that first. And I also get an extension cord. Typically I like it green, but this is all I found at my Dollar General. By the way, always start with your tree skirt. if you have one that is wicker, before putting in your tree base. By the way, if you get a new tree, don't forget to follow the instructions for your remote, because I remember when I first got it, I was like, it doesn't twinkle like the rest of the trees that I see online. And it's because you need to follow the steps that's here in the back. It says press and hold the demo button for 3 seconds. Nice. Tree lights will flash 5 times. And then after that, you can choose the twinkle light setting. And it stays twinkling for the rest of the day. I do need to add a label to all of these, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it with the rest of the remotes. All right, next I like adding the star. That way it's out of the way and wired, so it doesn't really interfere with any of the ornaments. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with that. Nursery. We're not using this. So I think I'm going to start with this garland and see how it plays out. I want it to just like be floating around the tree. Right, it is the next day. Personally, I was not loving the tree, so I stopped. And I'm thinking of starting from scratch. So we're gonna remove everything again. This is the reality of trying something and not loving it. I honestly just want to love the tree and I want you guys to love it. So I'm going to remove everything and do it again. I feel like I don't love the garland and I also don't love these pieces because it's just not the red that I want. So we're going to remove that. I just want a true burgundy tree. I did order a pack of ornaments that I hope come today so that I can put it. I want to make like little clusters. So we'll see how that goes. But I feel like it's just looking too much like last year's tree. A worse version than last year, you know? Like if I'm going to copy last year's tree, I want to make it better than last year. But let's just get everything out and start again. All right, I'm gonna start with these, which are the round velvet ones from Walmart. I already grabbed 2 and put them there. I think I'm gonna put the other ones here, just like zigzag around the tree. I'm not gonna lie, this flower wire has been like a game changer. I basically just take both of these and tie them together with the flower wire. Take the other one, pull it through, and I guess to secure it, I just twist it and twist a few times. I'm thinking like the opposite way. I ended up ordering these ornaments from Amazon very last minute just to make a couple clusters and maybe put them around the tree. I have to admit, after using the bigger ornaments, I feel like it's pretty much good as is. But let's see if this makes it a little bit more interesting. We have a problem. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Yeah, it is a little bit off than the rest, especially in person. I don't feel like it's showing as bright as it is. It's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful ornament. I feel like if you're doing burgundy, this could definitely work out, but because these ornaments are so dark, I feel like it's just going to be too loud and I don't want this to be the focal point. All right, here is the finished look of our burgundy Christmas tree this year. I'm so happy that it's actually in this living room because we do use this living room a little bit more since it does have a TV, but I am so obsessed with how it turned out. Pretty much the same as last year. I just added a few more picks and some new ornaments, like the big ones here, and then these down here. Pretty much the ones that look a little bit lighter than the deep burgundy one here. So starting with the tree topper, I did change this up a little bit. I just added all of the flowers to the top instead of adding it throughout the tree. And I actually like how it turned out even better. And then I also added some picks, and the tree topper again is from Target. It is the best tree topper. I have it for every single tree because it's that worth it. These plaid ornaments, same with these right here, are from At Home, last year's collection. I don't think they brought it this year, which is sad, but I had to use them again. And then I also added the same little red birds, which are from At Home. This one that's a little brighter red, I only have two, and they're actually from Michael's. The sign is from At Home. I actually love how the sign turned out with the rest of the ornaments and just like slightly slanted. I think it adds a really nice touch. This one right here is also new from the Walmart pack, which I like that it's different than the rest. Last but not least has to be the candle clip-on lights, which are my favorite. They're from Amazon, and I feel like they would actually go great with any Christmas tree. So I'm going to have the link down below for you guys in case you're interested. The Christmas tree collar is from Home Goods, and this little basket reindeer sleigh is from Hobby Lobby. And then here are some of the ornaments that I actually didn't end up using. I really wanted to use these, but the color just, in my opinion, clashed. And then I also didn't end up using any of these Santas. I love these, but it just wasn't going with the vibe. I had a few flowers remaining since I didn't use these throughout the tree. And then these ornaments, I ended up not using them. If you are on the hunt for felt burgundy ornaments, I definitely recommend these, especially if you do like clusters like I was planning on doing. But since the tree was already too full, I opted out from using these. And then I also ended up not using these wreaths, but I will be adding them to the mantle once I decorate that. I also had a few of these remaining, which I'll use on the garland. I only used 2 packs of these, so I have a pack remaining. And the bells I didn't end up using. I just stuck with the burgundy and clip-on lights like last year. But yeah, this is our tree number 2 out of 6. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try my best to link as much as I can in the description box, and see you on tree number 3.
All year long I've been keeping track of when I've been naughty and nice. And from what I can tell, I've done more good deeds than I've told lies. I can only hope that Santa Claus and my records agree.